I've been doing some price search videos on the Ford Maverick across the country, like this video I did on the Maverick XL. And I was pretty shocked to see this $40,000 price from Long MacArthur. I also did a video on the XLT. So far, I've done the all-wheel drive version. And this time, I'm going to do a video on the XLT Hybrid. And just like before, I'm using the same 4 websites: Car Gurus, Cars.com, CarMax, because all 3 of those have national searches by trim. I am also using Carvana. It does not allow a national search, as I told you before, but because it's a popular site, I thought I wanted to include their numbers. The 2 sites I wanted to use but could not are AutoTrader and Kelley Blue Book. Although they have a national search, I cannot break it down by trim, so everything gets all mixed up. So this first search for an XLT hybrid, if you look on the left, it says nationwide, and it is XLT front-wheel drive. We are also identifying the 2.5 liter hybrid engine. Car Gurus is the only one that lets me break it down to that detail. So this site, I know for sure I'm only looking at hybrids right now. So these 3 are sponsored, the first 3 here, so they are not filtered the same. So let's start with this one here in San Diego. $44,000. Now that is less expensive than the one I saw yesterday of a all-wheel drive XLT for $49,000. However, this is very steep price because the hybrid is the standard engine. So let's look at it a little bit more closely. It's carbonized gray, same as the color I have on my all-wheel drive version. It says hot seller. Of course, it's going to say that. And I just don't understand that term, because how could it be a hot seller if it hasn't sold? Looks like they dropped the price and they raised it back up again. That's kind of strange. If it didn't sell when they drop it, why would they add the money back? It does say it has blind spot, so it has Copilot 360. So it looks like that's the only extra upgrade it has. And they're asking $44,000, which is the highest price that I've seen here on Car Gurus. I do know that the base price of the XLT hybrid was only $22,280. If you add in the Copilot and destination charge, that MSRP for this vehicle is $24,315. And if we subtract that from $43,995, this dealer in San Diego is asking $19,680 over the original MSRP. That's just way too high, and I hope nobody pays that. So let's take a look at something else here. I do want to look at this sponsored one real quick. It's a little bit less expensive in South Carolina. This is called a fair deal for whatever reason. It is a hybrid, as we see. Oh, another hot seller. Better get in here quick before it's too late. Oh no, they're yelling at me. This is the most sought after. There's not another one available for sale within 100 miles, which means we can ask $1 million, literally, because we're the only place you're going to be able to get one. Please don't fall for this. If they're yelling at you on the ad, that means you should probably run. Does it have the Lux Pack? Oh, it has power windows. That's great. It has brakes. I don't see anything. Let's see. Oh, okay, heated seats. There you go. So at least it has the luxury package. So this is probably about a $15,000 markup above the original MSRP. Please don't buy that. On the last video, I said prices are dropping, so be patient. At least these are saying that they're overpriced, but this implies that the price should be like, what, $38,000 for a vehicle that probably cost $26,000, $27,000 for original MSRP. So it looks like there's a lot of these that are in the low $40,000 range and high 30s. So let's take a look at what the lowest priced version says. There's that same sponsored one. All right, here we go. So this is pretty funny. Dealer in Costa Mesa here, Missouri, New Jersey. So these look like trolling ads to get phone calls, which probably works. Oh, I want to buy your $25,000 Maverick. It probably works, but here's the problem. They're telling you that this vehicle is worth $24,855. But then when we just got to look at the highest price Mavericks that are out there, they're trying to get $44,000 for the same thing. So they're really hurting themselves by making it so blatant what the real price should be. And I think people are smarter than that. When they see this, most people would want to search by lowest price, I would expect. So when they see a price of $24,000 or less, then that should tell them, don't buy the $40,000 Maverick that has 10,000 miles on it, when it shows that brand new it was only 24,000. All right, let's move on to the next website, cars.com. So we have 269 matches for a front-wheel drive XLT. Now this does not give me a sort filter by engine type. So some of these might be the turbocharged engine, but I will look through them to make sure that when I identify the lowest and highest price of all of these sites, that I really am identifying that it was a hybrid. So let's see this first one here. Maverick XLT, 13,000 miles, 44,000. Oh, look, great deal. See, these are these scams. That is not a great deal. And that especially is not a great deal. To add another $4,000 to make it 48,000 is what they're telling the public that the value of this truck is. It's just wrong. Let's see what it actually is. The deal gauge. Okay, I think, no, I don't want to talk to you. I think this is the real fraud in these advertisements. Average market price, does that mean average for sale price or average sold price? It doesn't tell you. There's tens of thousands of people buying these Mavericks at MSRP that pre-ordered them. So they got to consider that as the market price, as part of the market price. Yes, sure, some people pay higher, they pay markups, but they're not paying $20,000 over on every order. The people who pre-order them to get a custom build are buying them at MSRP. But this makes the public who is looking for a Maverick think, oh crap, I got to get to this dealer because this is at a huge discount. So I better get there before somebody else does. And that is the problem. I had a comment on my last video that had a person say she talked to the dealer about these prices on my videos, specifically saying, wow, how do you get 49,000? And his response to her was, oh, we could sell these at auction for $60,000. As if 49,000 is a great deal. And I responded to her saying, if it's such a great deal, then why isn't he buying it and bringing it to the auction house to sell it? He could make 11 grand. I'm sure that's a lot more than his commission. And for that matter, if it's such a great deal at 49,000, why isn't the dealer taking all their Mavericks off the lot and giving them to the auction house and getting $60,000 for each one instead of 30 or 40,000? So just be careful what salespeople say to you. Of course, you're gonna be influenced. They want to create a sense of urgency. They don't want you to leave. They want you to buy now. And when they show you this deal gauge and they say, wow, you're getting it at 44,000 instead of 48,000. What a great deal. But remember, everything is negotiable. If they tell you it's not negotiable, it's negotiable because they bought it at a certain price. They either are going to hold on to it or they're going to sell it. They don't make money if they hold on to it. It costs them money. So this deal gauge is not right, in my opinion. It creates this urgency that is not true, because 44,000 is not a great deal for a Maverick that cost an MSRP of about 26, 27,000, especially with 13,000 miles on it. It's got, we all know that there's recalls on the Maverick, so that's an issue. Seller notes, what does it have? So it has heated seats, so it is a luxury pack. So my Maverick Hybrid with luxury and Copilot 360 2022 out the door of MSRP was $27,050. That's with Alto Blue. Out the door, it was about $29,000 with tax and license. So how do they justify $44,000 after 13,000 miles? Please don't buy this. I'm going to do something different here. I'm going to sort it by best deal. These are these little green rectangles that make you really think, wow, I better buy this because it's $7,700 under value. And if it's got a Carfax report, remember, you can click on this. That's what I like about cars.com. It has a lot of links, especially for Carfaxes. Not all of them have it, but some of their listings have it. So here we go. Original window sticker, $25,555. That's when you had to pay for the turbocharged engine. They have a sliding window and co-pilot. No luxury package. This $25,000 MSRP is being listed at $35,000. So that's a $10,000 price above MSRP. And they're trying to tell you, you better buy it now because it's a great deal, even at $10,000 over, because some fictitious number here says it's really worth, you know, $43,000 for a $25,000 MSRP vehicle. So don't fall for these great deals, please. Okay, let's move on to CarMax. So they have pricing, Maverick XLT 2022, that ranges from $42,000 for 15,000 miles down to, where are we? Down to 36,000. Last one we're going to look at is Carvana. So you see these filters here? This is all I can filter. Color, front wheel drive, all wheel drive, and cylinders and transmission. That doesn't do me much good. So in my area there are XLTs at just under 40,000. All right, so I hope that this information on the Ford Maverick pricing helps you, and that I've given you some ideas to think about when it comes to making sure you look at the MSRP, find out what it is. You have a right to know what the window sticker was originally. Get it from Carfax, ask the salesperson. You shouldn't have to pay for Carfax. Most dealers will just give it to you, but they're reluctant because then they realize that you know that they're getting $10,000 or more over the original MSRP. Don't buy those. So I hope this helps you. Thanks for watching.